Y'all, I walk on, tis your boy, Jidon, Legendary. And in today's video, we are on the one and only Sand Pyro, okay? Did I ever give the story of how Sand Pyro came to be? I don't know if I did. But if I didn't, here we go. It was the year 2012. No, 2011? 2012. Well, it was Cataclysm. God dog it. It was somewhere in Cataclysm. I had found a private server. And it was called a fun server. I was like, what's a fun server? I knew about PvP servers, you know, the whole sole purpose is to get on the server in PvP. I knew Blizz-like servers, the whole point was, you know, it was like Blizzard servers. But I had never seen fun servers. I was like, what's a fun server? I'll tell you, I'll give you a quick hint. They're not very fun. I was on there for a little bit, but what it is it's a server that's heavily oversaturated. It's like Legion, but on cocaine, man. You know, every piece of gear got like 75,000 stats. It's freaking 800 million haste is the dumbest crap in the freaking world. I don't even know how I lasted on that server as long as I did. Honestly, the thing what stopped me from playing on that server anymore was I was on Sand Pyro, right? She was created on that server, and I went to the Gurbashi arena, not knowing better. I was pretty new to the server. And I didn't know you could just kill people right then and there. I didn't know. I thought, you know, it was like the regular Gurbashi. You jump in, then you die. Not you stand on the outskirts and people could just attack you for no dang reason. And that's exactly what happened. I got attacked for no freaking reason, right? So I was upset, of course. And I told the dude, I was like, I guarantee you would never pull that off on a real server. He tried to ignore me. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you scared, you this and that and that. He was like, man, was you something? I don't know. It was a long freaking time ago. And I was like, man, you would never see me on a real server. Get on a real server right now. And he just stopped talking back. I'm like, you, I would murder you on a public server. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad. I didn't expect to get attacked out of no freaking word. Because nobody else was attacking each other. They just attacked me. So I'm like, okay. The fuck was that for? Why was I being targeted, you know? And, yeah, my extent on that server didn't last too long, because I'm like, ain't no way in the world I'm gonna be able to play on a server where people could just freely kill me like that, and there's nothing I could do because the stats are so freaking high and so redundant, is that in order to be able to kill somebody, you would need just as much gear as them, or far more. Or not far more, or the tiniest bit more of gear than somebody. It's like Legion. The tiniest bit more gear you have on somebody, the light unlikeliness that they'll be able to kill you. It's, specifically in World PvP. But this is Cataclysm, so there was no difference between World PvP and instanced PvP. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I didn't play on that server too much longer after that. After that happened, I'm like, yeah, nah, ain't nobody just gonna be killing me. It was the straight rawest form of button mashing. Like pretty much how Legion was. Legion World PvP was. The truth behind that was, go to Goldshire on Moonguard during Legion, and you would see people, the same people all the freaking time. Go there now. None of those people exist. All them freaking, where the heck are you going, sir? You think you just gonna heal? I'm out of range. All them people that were running around, running rampant in Legion, gone. And a lot of them dudes was so freaking boo-boo. It was, I remember one, it was a Fury Torn Warrior. He used to run around all the time and go shy. I didn't do much World PvP anyway, so I didn't really care, especially on Moonguard. All my characters on Moonguard were PvE characters, my tank characters. So I really didn't care. My brother used to tell me like, oh, this Torn Warrior, he boo-boo as fuck. He can't kill me by himself. And because of the way Legion works, you can't even kill him because his gear is too high. You just sit there in raids all day and come back and you're world's greatest PvPer. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Of course, I didn't really know what to do about that because, like I said, I didn't do World PvP at that point on Moonguard. So I didn't. It wasn't in my facilities, big man. Okay, I had a bunch of tank characters, which were very powerful during Legion, but I just genuinely did not care about World PvP on Moonguard of all places. The only place I ever did World PvP at was Dragonblight. For some odd reason, there was this one time this undead rogue thought they could pull up the storm when killing crap. Then I caught this fool dancing in the cathedral area. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I mashed on that fool. You can see that in that PvP compilation video I made a few years back. On Jadam's part. You see me attacking, beating the boo-boo out of a rogue in Stormwind. I'm like, why the fuck are you in Stormwind? But for some reason, all my tank characters, they could easily fight people. I mean, his tanks during Legion were overpowered as fuck, but I just genuinely didn't care about, I just genuinely did not care about World PvP on Moonguard. I don't know why. All my characters was too busy tanking world bosses and crap. You know what I'm saying? I freaking loved that. I'm gonna try to get back into that. So actually, speaking of that, on March 28th, I don't know when this video is gonna be out, but on March 28th, they are doing 6 weeks of time walking. I'm about to get so many characters leveled. Barney might actually hit level 70 because I know I've been posting videos here and there of her, and some of you probably noticed 2 videos in the span of a week or 2, and she's only 2 levels higher. That's because I have not been leveling. Dungeons can be a little slow sometimes. I'm on a new schedule with the way I'm recording everything now, so it's a lot easier to actually hop on her and record now. But 6 weeks of time walking? Of course, the best 2 are gonna be, how you outrunning me? What the fuck? Where's my, why don't I have my joint down? The Berserker Shout, whatever the heck it's called. What the heck is it called? Yeah, I don't have it for some reason. God, what's the name? But I'm Fury, so you know I'm gonna be mostly Fury. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't have what's the name for some reason. Did I not? Did I not? I did not. Why the fuck did I not do that? That's like the most important ability as a Fury Warrior. For whatever reason, I do not have it. What's going on? We winning right now. We winning. Listen, man. See, yeah, 6 freaking weeks. What am I doing? Yeah, y'all get up in there with me, man. What the fuck? I'm about to really rush into 4 people like I'm gonna hurt something. Look, I just got in the beef. My health is already a quarter down. Where's my execute? Why is my... What spec is she? God dog it. Don't fear me, I'ma fear you first, boy. Zimp is that? That you? I say, is that you? Dude, almost died by 1 person, let alone... Not almost died, but he got my health halfway. There's no way in the world I was gonna fight 4 people. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, it's the priest and the druid, they can't touch each other. Ah! You ever be a healer trying to get in a healer fight? You ever be on a healer and for some reason another healer is trying to fight you? It's like, nah, you know dang well we can't kill each other. Why the fuck are you wasting the time? Get away from me. Like when 2 tanks try to fight each other. I remember back in like Cataclysm, it was me, a Blood Death Knight on my team, and 2 Blood Death Knights on Horde. We never once fought each other. We would walk past each other all the time because all 4 of us were well geared. The one Death Knight, he had a full set of PvP gear, so he was an actual PvP Blood Death Knight. I was a PvE Blood Death Knight, so my health was through the frickin' roof. As y'all know, with Death Knight Jadam, I used to tank like crazy, so my health was like 211,000 unbuffed. So you had me with the dumb raiding gear, the other dude with the dumb PvP gear, and the other 2 were more in-betweeners. Not quite as good as us 2, but they weren't very far behind. Shoot, if I had 211, the other 2 probably had like 180, 190, so they weren't very far behind at all. Either, or shoot, they might not even been far behind. They just probably had a different setup than I did, and he did. Because he had PvP gear, but he had a lot of health. He was probably sitting about 198. So he was probably doing a heavy defense PvE build. I'm getting surrounded. Oh, fuck. Alright. Sitting here trying to run as a dang warrior. Okay. Cool, man. Yep. Keep on freaking fearing me away. Really? This one I thought I was gonna make it away. A hunter, of course. That bullshit don't work on me, boy. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Oh my goodness. How the fuck I get surrounded by 6 people? How the fuck was I the only person in there? Oh man. But we were all 4 very well geared, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, more than likely they had just different setups. It couldn't even been, it probably wasn't even health. I had a lot of rating gear and stamina gems. I was a stamina stacker, so my health was through the freaking roof. Like I said, 211 unbuffed. I don't even know what it would have been on with buffs. I think it was like 230, 240, something ridiculous. I don't freaking remember. It was a lot. So, and then the other 3 Death Knights, they had ridiculous health. More than likely, they weren't stacking gems now that I think about it. So their gear was probably just as good as ours. They just had different setup. I know a lot of Death Knights used to, Blood Death Knights used to stack Mastery. I had a Mastery Death Knight on PTR. Because that crap was ridiculously strong. Is this Hunter following me?
It's too far away.
You mean too far away? I just saw that Buster.
It's too far away.
Following me, man. Man. Dang, I gotta get her some gems, man. Or no, she got gems. I gotta get her some enchantments. I didn't enchant the rest of her gear.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Dang Hunter that killed me. I want my kill back. God dog it. I don't have what's name for some reason. This is not a Hunter.
I need to try something first.
That's not a Hunter at all, as a matter of fact. That's a shaman. We would not fight each other. Under no circumstance would we ever attack each other because we already knew what it would be. It would be an endless, it would literally be an endless fight. There was nothing we could do to each other. I forgot what the fuck I was doing. Some PvP battle, obviously. I'm on one of my priests. And for some odd reason, another healer on Horde just kept trying to initiate a fight with me. I'm like, why? We're 2 healers. There's no way in the world we will kill each other. We will literally sit here for 40, 50, 60, the entirety of this battle. And not a single one of us will ever come close to dying. We could stand there and spam abilities at each other. And ain't nobody gonna die. I'm like, why in the world do you wish to have the most redundant fight in all of Warcraft? I think a tank fight would be less redundant than 2 healers fighting. I don't have nothing down on her. Is she in a PvE setup? Because she has nothing properly. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you died. I see, you got me earlier. You ain't gonna get me again. So I keep getting stunned. I ain't gonna have much of a choice, will I? That crap was so dang stupid. So every time he would do it and try to get the fight started, I would just hit the side and then walk off. I'm like, what's up with you, man? Do you want to have an 8-year-long fight? Do you want like this crazy PvP video? Because it's not gonna happen. All you're gonna get is a bunch of people saying this is dumb. You can't have a video of 2 healers fighting. It's gonna be the longest and most redundant video in the world. And you know what made it more ridiculous? It's not like he was a heavy damage output type of healer. Like a holy paladin Shakadan build. I think this was BFA, which was possible in BFA, but it wasn't super healthy. So even then, it still would have ended up the same way. We were both disciplined priests. So literally, the chance of anybody killing each other in that fight would have been slim to none. And honestly, saying slim is given a lot. 2 disciplined priests are not killing each other, especially when their gear is very similar. It's not like he outgeared me by like a trillion crap. Nah, I probably had like, what was good BFA health? I don't even remember. We weren't very far from each other. That's the most I can remember, is we were not very far from each other. It would have been an extremely redundant fight. It's like a healer and a tank trying to fight. It's stupid. You wanna know how I know a healer and a tank fight would be stupid? Because I've done it before, and it was stupid. 40 minutes. 40 minutes. You know who lost? Unfortunately, the tank lost. His internet went out. Unfortunately. Because we was going to keep going. But he got a genuine disconnection. I was like, ooh. Put a loss on his record. Gave me a win, so I mean, I wasn't too disappointed about it, you know what I'm saying? Nah, we both just stood there and logged out at the same time. He didn't disconnect. We logged out at the same time. Whoever it gave it to, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Did it honorable. We both backed off, sat our character down, counted down. 3, 2, 1. Hit the log out button, logged out at the exact same time. Whoever got the lost, which was most likely come down to the sheer milliseconds. I don't remember who that was. That was many years ago. That was like Cataclysm, so I don't remember who got it. And I don't even have that character anymore. Well, no, I do have that character. What am I talking about? I do have that character. But I don't know what the heck her record was then and what it would be now. So that'd be impossible to figure out what loss was earned, who got the loss from that. That was a long time ago, man. All I know is it was a very long and stupid fight of absolutely no one being able to bring either of our health down. Because tanks don't do enough damage and healers don't do enough damage. Neither one of us could do enough damage to kill each other off. It was a 40-minute fight, folks. It was going absolutely nowhere. So we was like, man, forget it. Got some incredible heals on you, sir. I can't stop you from healing because I don't have anything down for some freaking reason. I don't have anything down. Where's my what's-the-name? Where's my enraged regeneration? Why is she like this? I don't have any dang thing down. What the fuck was the last thing I was doing on this character? I don't have execute. I don't have enraged regeneration, demoralization. What is happening right now, man? God dog it. I don't have freaking. Is this a PvE build? What is her build? It's upsetting me. Dang, it is dark but light outside. It is 1:53 p.m. Yet the sky is near black. It's a good thing we don't get tornadoes in this dang desert. As if we was in like freaking some flatlands. I don't even get why some of y'all live in them flatlands. You getting freaking tornadoes every season and crap. I want to see a tornado in person, just not annually, you know. Let it happen every now and then. Actually, no, don't let it happen at all. That's why I live in this desert. You know, we get earthquakes, but very tiny earthquakes. We don't get Cali earthquakes. Because, Nevada's beautiful like that, you know. There's so many tiny earthquakes that we almost never receive large ones. Sometimes you can feel a decent sized one, and it's like you feel your butt rattle under you a little bit, but that's like the extent of it. You don't go any further than that. The biggest earthquake we felt so far, as of recently, was when Cali had that 6. We had got like a 3. That was the first time I actually felt an earthquake. It was weird. It was so weird. I'm like, now I see what they mean when you get an earthquake and you feel like you can't move. It is dizzying. And that was a little old bitty 3. And still I could feel my eyes. My eyes couldn't adjust to what the fuck was happening. And that was only a 3. I could only imagine being stuck in like a 4, 5, 6, 7. Crazy crap like that.
That ability isn't ready yet.
I'm gonna fear people, I'm gonna fear you, brother. I need to get her a PvE set. This is why all my characters are in PvE sets. I love the PvP gear, but when it comes to my raw, freaking brutal monster characters like her, I want as much AP as possible. I don't give a crap about defense. Defense, I go for on characters like Jadum, Raimundo, you know, my defensive characters. Sand Pyro is not a defensive character. Never has been. Her literally her start was on a private server that was the direct opposite of defensive and every bit of offensive, with having 75,000 stats and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I need to get her a PvE set. I don't know if anybody has ever noticed, but yeah, that's what I do. Characters who are defensive get defensive gear. Like Grimmy, he has a little bit of PvP under pieces, PvP weapons, because he has to be able to be tough at the fact that he's wearing practically nothing. He needs to be able to eat some of that damage they gon' murder. Shoot. I gotta come to the rescue, baby. Because right now, this damage is too weak for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm bobbing my shoulders around, that's why the camera was going up and down like that. That was my display of the lack of damage. I get feared one more time. There is someone on you fighting, and you keep coming up to fear me. The flag carrier might be freaking dead, because I've just been sitting here getting feared the whole dang time. Where's my pummel at? Why is pummel not down? What was the first thing I did on this character? She had a full set of PvP gear, but look, God dog it, it's 4 warriors at the top. Goodness, man, warriors at the top. Look at this. Boom, bam, bop, beat. You know what I'm saying? Barely any deaths, whole lot of kills. Human warrior, dwarf, Draenei, and freaking human, man. Come on, man. Listen, y'all. Earthquakes. Yeah, they're weird. It's weird as fuck. That was the first time I ever experienced an earthquake, and I see what people mean. You know what I mean? At first, when I first heard of an earthquake, I'm like, now of course I was a kid, but I got pretty noticeable to it fast. That, oh, okay, now I see why that would be so dang destructive. The literal earth is quaking underneath you, and now that I actually had felt the earthquake that time, it was weird as fuck. My eyes were trying to adjust to the rattling that was happening. And it's not as violent as you would think at the lower stages. It's just the sheer, the wobbling. It makes you dizzy. And you don't even realize that you're dizzy. It was actually semi-hard to walk through. I'm like, whoa, this is freaking weird. I could only imagine what you're feeling when you're in the freaking 6. You know what I'm saying? We was only having like a 3. I think it said a 3. Measly compared to what California was actually having. But we had got the aftershock. Now I think it was like a 3 to what they had, which was like a 6 or lower. I'm like, this feels weird. I could only imagine being like something crazier. Anyways, man. It's been your boy, Jeton Legendary. What the fuck I be talking about half the time in these videos? I do see why people are entertained by this. I just be rambling and smacking crap. Yo, it's been your boy, Jeton Legendary. If you enjoyed this video, that's good. If you didn't enjoy this video, that's good. Either way, you watched it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all that other bullcrap you do. Become the same man.